This is Gemara and Baba Kama Daf Adalid, and today's share has been sponsored as an incredible schos Aliyas Neshama for Michal Bas Yibodol Chaim Taivim Moshe Siyata Deshmaya. The learning of the entire Chabura should bring the precious Neshama of Michal ben Yibodol Chaim Taivim Moshe to a higher in place in Gan Eden Shalmaila, closer to the Kisei HaKavod, and ultimately bring a Milatz Yosher for her entire family. As well, the learning should be an incredible schos for all of Acheinu Kol Beis Yisrael as we're davening on Oimdim Batzara, and particularly, as I mentioned yesterday, my shul is in the middle of a campaign raising the need to B'siyata D'Shmaya, get us out of a garage and into a functioning building. I appreciate everyone that has reached out. Tizkul Mitzvahs, B'siyata D'Shmaya. Looking forward to inviting you all there to celebrate Siyumim, Simchais together in the future. For now, Gimel Amid Beis, about 15 lines from the bottom, the two dots, Hamaveh ve'ahever. Says the Gemara, we waited 3 days, we learned the word Maveh. We learned in the Mishnah, and the Mishnah taught us the Gemara Mefarish. And here we are. Says the Gemara, my Maveh. Interesting term. What does this term Maveh mean? Explains the Gemara, we have a machlekes Rav and Shmuel. Rav Amar Maveh ze Adam, uShmuel Amar Maveh ze Hashem. Rav Amar Maveh ze Adam dichsiv, as the pasuk teaches us, Asher Shas Amar Shomer, says the Shomer referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu Asa Baiker. Morning has come, v'gam leila, night as well. Imiti bayun bayu. Says the pasuk, if you seek, you shall seek. Therefore, the word bayu maveh referring to the Adam. Very quickly, parenthetically pointing out that anyone who's learned Rav Shimshon Pincus is Sharon B'Tfilah. We're in the middle of an incredible series, daily, 5 minutes a day. But at the very beginning of the Sefer, he points out that the word Maveh is fundamental. That what is a man? What is an Adam? An Adam is a Bayu, is one that seeks, one that talks, is one that utilizes his mouth in Tfilah. That is Rav. Shmuel Amar Maveh ze Hashem. The Chsiv says the pasuk Echlechvasu Esav Nivu Matzpainav. How Esav has been ransacked, his hidden things exposed. Mai mashma, how does this pasuk seemingly refers to Shane according to Shmuel? Kedim Targum Rav Yosef Ichton Itbalish Esav is Golin Matmarohi. As the Targum explains that how Esav has been ransacked, Iskun Matmarohi, the hidden things exposed, referring to that which is hidden in your teeth, they have become exposed. So Machlekes, Rav says Maveh Adam. Shmuel says Maveh Shein. And now we begin. Why does Rav not hold like Shmuel? Why does Shmuel not hold like Rav? Over Rav, my time Lamar Shmuel asked the Gemara, why doesn't Rav say it's Shein? Amar Lacha explains Rav Mikotanu Nivu. No, it doesn't say Nivu, that's why it doesn't mean Shein. And now we flip it in the proverbial game of Gemara Ping Pong. Ushmuel, my time Lamar Rav. Amar Lacha, Shmuel explains Mikotanu Boya. So says the Gemara, Givaldik, Michti, cry like him Hardak, give like him Hardaki, so fine. Ram, my time lover Shmuel. We try to say psukim. The pasuk is not precise, whichever way you cut it. So says the Gemara, Hajar Koshtel. Rav, you said it's Adam. Why do you not hold of Shmuel? Explains the Gemara, you know why he doesn't hold of Shmuel, that it means Shane. Rav explains. 5 lines at the bottom of Gimel Meveis, Tana Shar, Chol Mili Deshar. Rav learned that when the Mishnah said Shar, which refers to Keren, Regel, and Shane, it includes everything. So there's no reason to list Maveh as Shane independently. Ushmuel Nami Atana Le Shar. What does Shmuel say? Am Rav Yehuda Tana Shar Le Karnoi. It says Shmuel, Shar refers to Keren. Umar Vele Shinoi. And Maveh refers to Shane. Vachi Kamer. Now, according to Shmuel, that Shar is carrying, goring, Maveh is teeth eating. This is how you explain the end of the Mishnah. Lori Karen Sheina no lezikoi. Karen, when animal gores does not get benefit, is not the same Kiriyah Shein, Sheishana Lezekoi. Is not the same as Shein, the tooth, that gets gets benefit from eating something. As we turn over to Dalam and Aleph, continues the Gemara. V'lo Shein Sheikavanas Lahazik, and Shein, the tooth, which does not get benefit from damaging, is not the same Kiriyah Karen Sheikavanas Lahazik. It's not like Karen, which gets kavana. So there's unique nuances of both Shein and of Karen. And that is the reason why the Mishnah explains we cannot learn one from the other. And we continue on Dalam and Aleph. It says the Gemara 1 second. Shein, which the animal does not have intent for yet chayiv. Carriage a simple kal v'chaimer, asked the Gemara. If you're obligated on Shein when you don't have intent, certainly you should be obligated on Karen. Explains the Gemara, Itzrich. You know why? You would think that kavana does not play a role. Why? We find this by Eved and Amma. That what? Says the Gemara, Eved and Amma. Even though they have intent to damage, still a master is Potter. Rashi quotes the Gemara in Daf Yomi that the master is not obligated for the damages done by their avodim. Says the Gemara, Hachanami loishna. Amar Ravashi, says Ravashi, no, don't prove anything from Eved and Amma. Eved ve'Ama is a unique reason why the master is Potter. Lav Taima Rabbi Isbu. There's a great reason. You know why an Eved and Amma is Potter? Because Shema Yaknitenu Rabbi. Maybe the master is going to anger them. It's a worker, and he's going to be upset at its boss. So how are they going to get back at the boss? They're going to go and damage their friend. It's going to come out that the master is Zemachayves Rabbi. And for that concern, that the master is going to be obligated to pay for his Eved V'Ama's damage done, and therefore the master is a potter. But says the Gemara, this cannot be used to learn anywhere else. Ella Parechachi, rather ask as follows: Leiri Karen Shekavanasa Lahazik Kiriyah Shein Shekavanasa Hazik. And on the flip side, says the Gemara of Regel Ma'isharia. So according to Shmuel, we have in the Mishnah, it says, Arba v'isnezikin. Hashar. What's shar? Karen. Habar is bar. Hamave. What does mave mean according to Shmuel? Shein. And then it has hever, which is ish. So now, according to Shmuel, Shar Karen is listed, Mave Shein is listed, Regel, what happened to the damager of Regel? It's not listed in the Mishnah. Explains the Gemara, when the Mishnah concluded and said, when the person damages, he's obligated, that comes to include Regel. So ask the Gemara, very nice, it includes Regel, but listnei behedya. Why isn't Regel listed explicitly? Ela my Rava says, Rava says you're right. Tani shar leraglei mavelishinoi. When the Mishnah says Arba Aves Tezikin, the word shar says Rava refers to Regel and Mave Shein. Vachi Kamar. This is how we explain the end of the Mishnah. Lari ha Regel now shazika matzi kriya shein shazika matzi. Lari ha shein shenala zeko kriya Regel shenala zeko. The obvious question, what did you just help? Is Karen, Shein, and Regel. So we started off saying that Karen and Shein is listed. What about Regel? Said, okay, make it Regel. So says the Gemara, Shkayach. Now Regel is listed, and Shein is listed, but actually Regel is listed and Shein is listed. What about Karen? The Karen Ma'isharia. Explains the Gemara, no, the end of the Mishnah, Kishezech Lasuye Karen. The obvious kasha of Lisnaya Behedya, we should have said explicitly. Explains the Gemara, you know why we don't say Karen explicitly, the reason being B'mu'adin mitchilasan kamairi. The Mishnah is only listing entities that are mu'ad to start, that are obligated fully to start. Whereas Karen, what is Karen? Is a horn. What's a horn? Goring. What's the halacha the first time an animal gores? It does not pay in full. It's called a tam. Says the Gemara, Bitamin, Ulubisayf Muadim, something's first a Tana, then a Muad, like Kamairi, that was now listed in the Mishnah. So after a lengthy Yama, this is why Rav does not hold of Shmuel. Rav that says Maveh Zeh Adam does not hold of Shmuel, the Maveh Zeh Shein. So now, Gemara continues about 20 lines to the bottom of Gimel and Beis. The first word line is Ule B'Saif. And the Gemara flips it back onto Shmuel. Ushmuel, my time, Elomer Kirav. Lemaisa, Shmuel, you just explained to me how it's Shane. Why don't you hold like Rav that Maveh is Adam? Amr L'cha explained Shmuel. Isa Gadaitach Adam. If you're going to tell me Maveh is Adam, Hakatani Seifa. What does the end of the Mishnah say? Shar Hamuad Vishar. Excuse me, not the end of the Mishnah. What is the next Mishnah? After Vav say Shar Hamuad, Shar Hamazik, Bershus Hanizik. These two entities are going to be considered in the Rishus of the damagee. Adam. So says Shmuel, what's going on? Rav, if Maveh is Adam, but Adam is listed on Daf Vav. Says Gemara listed Berisha. So why isn't it listed in the first Mishnah according to Shmuel? B'niskei mama in kamari b'niskei gufay loy kamari. Says the Gemara, Gavaldik answer. What's Rav going to say about that? For Rav Nami akatani Adam b'seifa. It also says Adam in the next Mishnah Daf Vav. In the next mission is like considering an Adam right away, a Muad, but it's not teaching the fundamental din of Adam Hamazik. Says the Gemara, so according to this, my loy harei, how do you learn the end of the Mishnah? Loy ri'i ashar shemishalim misay kaifer is not the same kiri ha-Adam shein mishalim misay kaifer. V'lari Adam shechayiv arba devarim kiri ashar shein bay arba devarim. What is the Sada Shava? Again, within the world of Rav, the Maveh is Adam Sada Shava shebehen she'edar kon lahazik. It's normal to do damage, and that's why they all are at some level the same. Asks the Gemara, 8 lines to the bottom. The first word in line is lahazik. Really? V'chishar darka lahazik? Is an ox normal to do damage? A bit muad. Says the Gemara, muad darka lahazik. An interesting question. On muad, it's true, it's damaged multiple times. That make it the derech, the nature of the animal to do damage. Says the Gemara, yes. Kima the yayid or who wants to come to muad, it becomes normal for the animal. Asks the Gemara, okay, that's by shar. What about by Adam? Adam darka lahazik? Says Mer b'yashin. When he's sleeping. Yashin darka lahazik? Says Mer is yes. Kivan de kayevu bashet. Or since the animal stretches, not the animal, excuse me. The Adam, when he's sleeping, stretches out and rolls over. What happens? Orchehu, that it can damage items around the bed. Ushmirasan alecha. And you're obligated to watch it. Ask the Gemara, Adam, shmiras gufa alavu. What do you mean that you have to watch an Adam? He has to watch himself. Shoots back to Gemara l'taimei chatatani karna. That which Karna taught us, Arba Avos Dezik and Adam, Echlan Adam is one of them. Adam Shiraz Gufa Alavu. What do you mean? How can you be one of the damagers? You're not obligated to watch an Adam. He has to watch himself. Alik to Amar Ravavua Letana Atani Adam Shmiras Gufa Alav. Hachanami, as we turn over to Dalam Ebeis, Tani Adam Shmiras Gufa Alav. And continues the Gemara, and that's really the end of this Machlekes Rav and Shmuel as to how to learn the Mishnah. What is the story with what is Maveh? We have the opinion of, we're going to turn off our video. I see we're having video issues. We have the opinion of Rav, that Maveh is Adam. We have the opinion of Shmuel, that Maveh is Shein. And we tied up all loose ends, how both Rav and Shmuel could indeed learn the din of the Mishnah and the next Mishnah. But if you remember, if we go back to Gimel and Beis, Rav and Shmuel both had an issue with the wording in the pasuk. Neither Rav nor Shmuel was precise within the pasuk. So says the Gemara, if that's true, maybe there's a different reading of the pasuk. We're on Dalam and Beis on the first line, Maskif la Ramhari. Asks Rav Mari ve'ima mave zehamayim. If both Rav and Shmuel, whether Mave was Adam, whether Mave was Shane, both had difficulties in the pasuk, says Gemara, wait, maybe I'll give you a third opinion. Maybe Mave is Adam. Kidduchsif, as the pasuk says, Kitoich Eish Hamasis Mayim Tive Eish. So we see the word Tive used in conjunction with Eish. Explains Mayim Nivu Tivu Eish Ksiv. Says Gemara, okay, Masler Rav Zvid ve'ima Mave zeh ha'ish. The Chiksiv Tivu ba'ishu dechsiv. Ihachi. So ask the Gemara 1 second. So we started off suggesting Mave is Mayim. No go. Continues the Gemara, maybe Mave is Eish. Says Gemara, 1 second. We already had Eish, right? Arba Avos Tazik, and Ashar, Habar, Mave, and a Hever. Hever is Eish. Says the Gemara, Ihachi, Maiha Mave ve'ahever. It's really just explaining itself. Can't be Yachi Arba Shloisha Haveks, and you only have 3 Avos to Zik, and as 2 of them are Eish. This way, to maybe the Tana taught Shar, which includes 2 types of damages within Shar. Eish by Ruach Chaim is who can't be if Eish is one of them, because Eish is not considered something with Ruach Chaim, and furthermore, Visu. And furthermore, my Kare Eish, what would mean Kare Eish if both Mave and Hever is Eish? So the Gemara deflects that it's going to be a difficult reading to learn both Mayim and Eish in the Mishnah. Continues the Gemara Visu, my Kare Eish. And now we begin sort of a new shtickle. And yes, we are trying, many people weighed in that they would prefer the Shurim to be a job slower if that aids a little bit extra clarity. Please, anyone else, please feel free to weigh in, and we're going to try our best to accommodate as best to our ability. Says the Gemara V'su, my karei ha'ish. The Gemara concludes that it wouldn't work out. What would it mean karei ha'ish? And now we begin. Our Mishnah learned how many damagers, the title of our parek. Arba avos tezik. It says the Gemara, not everyone holds that there's only arba. Tani Rav Oishia. Shalosh Azar Avos Nezikin. There are 13 damagers. What are the 13 damagers? Shaimer Chinam ve'ashayel noisi sachar ve'asoicher. Nezek sar ripoy shaves. That's another 4. Baishasu 5. Ve'arba of the misin. 5 and 4 is 9. Plus the 4 damagers of the 4 shaimim shebechid shayel noisi sachar and seicher. That is 13, says Rav Oishia. Betana didan artana my taima. What is the reason why artana loitani honey? Why does our Mishnah only say 4? What about the other 9? Says the Gemara, I understand. According to Shmuel, what Shmuel? That we started off today, which is what? That Mave is Shane. Then we can say that the Mishnah is only talking Beniskei Gufai. So the Miskei Mibainai. But not Beniskei Gufai, not by himself, because Mave is Shane. El Rav, but according to Rav, the Mave is Adam. Listni, Tana Adam, Chamili de Adam. Why didn't the Mishnah, El Rav, listni? According to Rav, why didn't it say it? Answers, Martani Adam, Chamili de Adam. Says Mother Rav Aisha, Nami, Tanale Adam. It said the same. Trey Gavni Adam, Tana Adam Dazik Adam, Tana Adam Dazik Shar. Says Mara, wait, if you're making such a differentiation, Yachi Shar Nami, we should as well say, Listi, Trey Gavni Shar, Listi, Shar Dazik Shar, Listi, Shar Dazik Adam. Says the Gemara, hi, my, what's going on over here? Shlama Adam Dazik Shar Nazik Udam Mishalim. Where's Adam Dazik Adam? What are you paying Mishalim Arba Dvarim? Nazik Shar Rip Mishav Zubaishas. Elo Shar, Mali Shar Dazik Shar, Mali Shar Dazik Adam. I divide, Nazigudim Mishalem. It should both be the same. Says the Gemara, 1 second. Those are all cases of a person damaging a shar. And yet, what? I divide, excuse me. And yet the Katani. Explains the Gemara. With this we conclude. Tani Azeka de Biadayim. Katani Azeka de Bimela. That is the 13 Avos Nezikin. We're going to stop over here and we'll pick it up tomorrow from Rav Chia's 24 Avos Nezikin. We had in today, aside for Rav Oshia teaching us, there were 13 primary damages. We had a lengthy machlekes. What is Maveh? Rav saying it's Adam, Shmuel saying it's Shane, and the proofs are in. Pick it up from Rav Chia on the next year. B'siyata Dishmaya.